Hello everyone, Richard Hundley here with David McKeever. We are with Advance One McKeever Real Estate and here this month to give you our monthly San Joaquin market update. And we have some great numbers to talk to you about. So David, what do you have for us?
Okay, yes, we're here to talk about this chart here is specifically for the city of Stockton. And the chart represents the amount of new listings that came on the market, what went pending, and also the amount sold. So we had a really robust market in Stockton for the month of March. The one stat that really jumps out at me the most is the amount of homes that went pending or under contract. That really spiked from 256 up to 343. And you can just see this trend. It kind of started last month in February, now a real strong month in March. So that's the first key indicator that we look at is what the pending sales are going to do, because those pending sales will fall into this month's sold. So we're anticipating a really strong month for April. The sold homes, which is this dark green bar here on the screen, that also jumped to 266 sold homes. So the March market really picked up after kind of a lackluster January and February. It really just out of nowhere, just kind of buyers came back to the market and we're ready to start looking again. What's really interesting is the amount of new listings that came on the market actually dropped. So from 502 to 486, more buyers came into the market, but there are less homes available for them to choose from. So that's really interesting to see what's going to happen here in April and how those trends play out.
Yeah, it looks like spring is springing.
That's right. So Richard, what do we have up for the next screen?
All right, well, as you can see on this new chart we have up, this is the inventory based on monthly, how long it would take to sell all the homes we have on our inventory. As you can see, just a couple of months ago, that almost hit 3 months and has taken a big drop in the last month from 2.7 down to 1.8. We're getting less listings, higher pricing, more pendings, more solds. Looks like we're starting to take off.
Yeah, the one indicator on this chart, what these numbers represent, over the winter months, we were leaning into that neutral market, meaning it wasn't favoring the buyers or it wasn't favoring the sellers. Anytime you get up around the three points on this chart, it's more of a neutral market. But what's happened here in the last few months has really brought this market back down into favoring the home sellers. People are looking to sell their home just on a pure data point. You know, we're back down to 1.8 months, which is that's a seller's market.
Very low, that's
yeah.
right.
So up next we have how long homes are taking to sell in this marketplace right now.
Okay, and on this chart we have days on the market, which as you can see is starting to drop down from 63 the month before to 50 just last month. And both David and I think that this number should be even lower because we do have some overpriced homes on the market, but overall selling way faster. And this green line up here is the percentage of a house selling versus its list price. And we're still holding steady in the high to mid 90s up to 97%. So everything is really indicating that we're getting ready to fly like an eagle here.
Yeah. You know, what's really interesting, I think, to add to the days on market, because this is one of the most common questions I get from homeowners is how long is it going to take my home to sell? And you know, this numbers looks at the entire inventory of Stockton and the numbers of homes on the market. But I think if you were to break this out further and look at homes that are priced $300,000 and under, this number could be down in the 20s. But if you were to look at homes that are priced, you know, $500,000 and above, this is maybe a more accurate representation of how long those are taking to sell. So it really depends on your home's value in what marketplace you're in as to how long it's going to sell. But so this is the average number for the entire market. Could be higher, most likely it's lower. So that's my thoughts on days on market.
Yeah, and you know, the average is the average, so make sure you price it right and have it showing right, and it's going to be lower than these numbers that we showed you today.
All right, so we have one more chart for you. What we have now is how the trends are affecting pricing here in Stockton. And the top green line this is what homeowners are asking for their homes. So we saw a spike in the last 2 months. Perhaps they're looking at the data and seeing that there's not a lot of homes on the market, so they're going to be asking a little bit more. As far as the average sold price, this is staying steady. We're staying above 300,000. We've stayed there for over a year now, and it ticked up a little bit last month. But given the market, I kind of project this to go slightly higher in the next few months. As you can see, a year ago, it kind of did the same thing. We saw some nice up trends on the average sold price in Stockton. And I think we'll see that again as we get into spring and into the summer months.
Yeah, I agree. I think the pendings that are coming through are going to raise all those numbers and the solds and just show us a higher market altogether.
Yep. Well, I think that's a wrap for our March 2019 City of Stockton market update. If you're interested in the value of your home or considering selling, now's a great time to evaluate where your home's value is at. Richard and I can be happy to sit down with you and go over that with you. Any last parting words?
No, hey, remember, get listings, get them listed right, showing right, and they will sell fast.
That's right. Well, thank you very much. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again next month.